to an event about grief here in El Paso, Texas. And I just wanted to come on and say to you all, just talk about how the difficulty in having adult friendships. There's so many different reasons why it's difficult. When you were younger, like, first of all, time to just hang out and chill with people, and you just liked them if you enjoyed each other's company. Now there's a lot of other factors involved. And it makes it very, very difficult to create and maintain adult relationships. First of all, most people have families at this stage, and at this age and stage, your family matters, so that can make it difficult. And then now I don't have children, so I personally do not have that issue as far as that goes, in terms of like having to think about a whole other life involved. But a lot of people do have to think about these things, and as a result, it makes it extremely difficult to navigate, because now you're not just thinking about your life, you're thinking about the life of your kids. So now you're thinking about, okay, who is this person on a deeper level? Like, you can handle the craziness, or you may be able to handle the differences of opinion or lifestyle, but you may not want that difference of lifestyle values, morals, etc. You may not want your children exposed to that. So there's that. And then you may have people that you're around that have different goals than you. So while you may have the goal of being successful, and you understand the grind that it's going to take. Hey, welcome, guys. I'm not going to be able to interact with the chat because I'm on my way somewhere, but I just wanted to talk about, having friends as an older person. It just is very hard. It can be difficult, but I want you to know that there is good news. I do have a lot of content on here about how to make friends with people as an adult, and how to connect into your local community to find people that you can actually develop friendships with. But it's hard. Hey, what's up? It makes it really, really hard sometimes to find the right people to connect with. And then you have people that are going to be wild and crazy towards you because they're going to somehow, just because you, like, if you're a person who connects with people easily, and you may hang out with them several times, but you're an expansive person, so you're kind of always on the growth trajectory, you're always moving, you're always making a lot of connections, you're gonna meet some people within that are gonna take offense to that. Hey, why don't you send me a what do you call it, a super chat, Leon? That'll get my attention. No, because you're just saying like hi, and I said it, hey, and but like those types of things, like to type hi, that may make people not as attracted to you after all. You know what I'm saying? Like, they may be like, you know what, this person seems like they're kind of wanting a whole lot of attention, and they're which is fine, of sorts, but you don't want to overdo it. And that can happen even if you're in somebody's comments online. Like, if you over comment, some people take offense to that, which I find strange, because like, not just hi, that is weird, but like where you're just really supportive in their comments, or you're like really locking in. Sometimes people take offense to that, but it just depends, you know. It depends on the energies that they pick up from you and the energy that you're giving. But I just wanted to say that, you know, it is difficult to make friends as you get older. And then you got to think about political, you know what I'm saying? Now you're thinking of people's political ideals. Oh Lord, you know, they may move funny after all. And you're like, damn, I really thought they were cool. And now they're showing me that I don't know if they would really be on my side at the end of the day. You know? Hey, what's up? What's up? You know? Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm just talking about having friends when we're older, like how hard it is to make friends when you're older. It is so difficult. Like, it's crazy. And so, and it can be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But you have to realize that people are going to move weird, man, sometimes. And it's strange, especially if you have a good connection with them early on. Like, if you know, you got to be careful. Like, it can't, like when I was younger, I used to connect with people quickly. And I still do, actually, you know. And I may be like all about what they got going, you know, like we may lock in early, quickly. And that's fine. You know, it's beautiful, actually. It's beautiful to lock in quickly, you know, really be, and I have a way about myself of being able to connect with a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds, with a lot of different ideals, a lot, you know, like I'm good at that. The problem is that people that really gravitate towards me because of that, they all of a sudden like feel kind of territorial of me, which is weird to me, because I'm like, yo, we grown, bro. Like, we are adults. Like, no, you don't own me. I don't have, like, we're not best friends forever. I'm gonna wear your, like, you're not licking me. You're not, we're not in an intimate relationship. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what this was. This wasn't supposed to be that. This was, hey, let's support each other. You know, like, hey, we have a lot of the same ideals and stuff. Cool. Let's support each other. I support you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Hey, what's up? What's up? Like, I believe in your ability to shine and to do your thing. But I'm like, it's an ebb and flow. Just because we may have kicked it tough for a week because we ended up like kind of going to some of the same events, or, you know, we connected and had a long 3-4 hour conversation, hanging out one day. But that doesn't mean that like I'm gonna be available for you like every week. Even like right now I'm in a building season, you know, and building for real. Like I paid for a university degree. On top of that, I'm looking for employment, which I really just want to have my own business, rather. I really don't want to work for anyone anymore. But so we're, you know, so, but, and I'm very deep within my community right now. I'm doing this channel. I also have, you know, I have a record label, and I started an AI record label. So I have, you know what I mean? So it's like, I have artists that are on Spotify now and stuff. I'm like working on my growth and expansion. And so I can't be your emotional like crutch, bro. Like, that's not what I can be. And people get mad about it to the point where they will like unfollow me and block me. And I'm like, literally, I did nothing but not be available for you. That's so weird to me. Hi. But you know what? I will be there for them.
In 2 miles, take exit 16 honestly, for Executive Center Boulevard.
Honestly, if they would have just called, if they would have just said, hey, I really need to talk to you. Like, thank you for subscribing. If they would have just been like, yo, you know what, Michelle, I really just need somebody right now. But ironically, when I say, hey, I need somebody for this, they're not open to me. And I just find that really, really strange. Thank you. I find that strange. I'm like, oh, okay, so I could be there for you. And really, all I'm asking for you to be there for me is just to give me some space and some time because I'm working through some stuff. That's wild work to me. I don't get it. But I do get it. It's because people are hurt. People are hurting and people are lonely. But I'm like, look, I'm lonely too in this season, and it's by choice because there's things I need to figure out that you're not going to figure out for me. That I need to figure out for my business and for my moving forward, and I can't get I could never expect that from you. And I would never put that on you. It's not yours to figure out. But not everybody thinks that way, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so the beauty is that in your town, like once you start working towards something specific, and this is the
in
thing,
a quarter mile,
people,
take exit 16 for
sorry,
Executive Center Boulevard.
let me exit this navigation. And the thing is, and people may not get it, but and some of your old friends may get mad at you, but it's like, if you're not working towards the same direction as me, I don't have as much time. If you're not working on specific projects together, if we're not, you know what I'm saying, like actually, if you're not in one of my classes that we're doing projects that actually equate to a grade, which actually equates to scholarships, which actually we get, it all equates to money. And people are going to be like, oh, you're selfish. All you care about is money now. And I thought I was past that. Hey, what up, Bo? Boo, Bo. Bo. I thought I was past the oh, if you don't have time for me, then I'm not going to be your friend. I thought I was past that, man. But I had a friend, I've been friends with her for years, but we had lost touch. We got back connected a couple months ago, and that's what she did. She literally told me she was basically I wasn't present enough for her liking. Okay, go, good luck, find someone better. Someone who actually communicates, is someone who actually has been there for you and has listened to many a thing from you. But when I actually had something heavy, you didn't have the space for me, and that was okay with me. I wasn't mad at her for that. I really wasn't. And it does still hurt my feelings, and it does still affect me. Just because I'm just surprised more than anything, because I'm like, man, I literally thought you were I thought you were on some, I didn't know you were on that shit. With your friends, you know what I mean? I guess it's one thing if you don't want to get in a relationship, but how is my friendship triggering to you besides the fact that I'm busy and I don't have time to chat? But that's the problem. See, what I did wrong was that I was heavy on the time earlier. But that's because, and I was going through a lot of stuff too, and we were talking about some of those similar trauma bonding things. But it's but when we were going through some of the same things, it was fine. But when I was going through a different space and time, I wasn't I just wasn't present enough. And I just think that's weird. But when you're me, I've had this happen to me so many times. It's I don't know what she thought was going to happen. If I was going to beg her and be I'm so sorry. No, I was going to be no, I'm not going to have time to talk that much anymore, because I'm putting myself first. And when you have a business, you got to put yourself first sometimes. Sometimes there are going to be sacrifices to be made. And if your friends and your family don't understand that, then, oh, well, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Oh, well, sometimes they're not going to understand what you are needing to work on, your priorities, and it's not for them to understand. But I'm the type, because when you're dealing with other people that are ambitious, they're gonna be too busy to be mad about it. Other ambitious people are gonna be okay, dude, they're gonna be thank you, okay, so we'll catch up when we can. That's my relationship with other ambitious people. But yeah, and yes, we had a history, but we were disconnected for years. And so for her for to come back in my life, and I made a lot of time for her because she meant a lot to me. We were really good friends back in the day. But I never imagined in a million years she was gonna pull this crap. Like, that to me is absolutely wild. But that just goes to show that, you know, anything is possible in this world, in this crazy world we're living in right now. And, you know, that's just as wild as some of the people that I've been super cool with all of a sudden being racist sympathizers or excusers. You know, it's one thing to be like, dang, that, you know, like, oh man, a life was lost for, you know, freedom of speech. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Everybody has the right to their speech, but to try to actually exalt a person for being such a strong character when the things they were saying were actually quite disrespectful a lot of the time, that was weird. I'm like, you're weird, and you're definitely weird for thinking that I wouldn't think that that was weird, or I wouldn't feel some type of way that you're acting like the person was a saint. They were not a saint, you know? So anyways, interesting times we're living in. We just gotta stay calm. So on the positive note, I do have friends here in El Paso and they do understand, and I understand when they don't get back to me in a week or two, even after I text them and they don't text me right back right away. Doesn't bother me. They had texted me last week. I just texted them. Come on, what are you doing? I just texted them back today and they're like, hey friend, what's up, sister queen? I'm like, yeah, what up, kings, queens? You know what I mean? It's all right that we haven't talked in a week. You know, did I have a little piece of and then this is just me being fully transparent. Do I sometimes think like, oh God, maybe they're mad because I didn't respond right away? Yeah, but I'm like, but if they are mad because I didn't respond right away, then that's not my fault. Like, I have a lot going on. So I just brush it off. You know, I brush the thought off and I allow for things to unfold. And then when I called them tonight about their event, and they're like, you know what? Yeah, we have an event and we're excited and so good to hear from you, miss seeing you. It was like, all right, see, that was my intrusive thoughts. And instead of blaming them or to, hey, what's wrong with you? What's wrong? How come you haven't texted me back? I just let time and space play out. And when you get older and when you get wiser, because it's not necessarily age, but when you really do the healing work, you begin to realize like, hey, some things, it's a me thing. And some things it's not. These same people I had a conversation with about being upset, and they took accountability. And that was, you know, for something that happened a couple years ago. So my point is just that there's a time and a place and a space for everything. And if you only have the space to air out your grievances, you don't give people a chance to respond and to communicate accordingly. If you're friends, really, like if you just met somebody, they don't owe you shit and you don't owe them shit. You see what I'm saying? But there's times when, like, if you've had a friendship for a long time, then you should give it respect to, but if you're just gonna, especially if someone's saying they're tired, which is what I was doing, and if you're not gonna be like, you know what, let's talk about this later, you know, hit me up when you have some time, but you're just gonna disconnect someone because you don't get the response that you want right then, it's not worth it to me, because I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna keep going back and forth with you. I'm not gonna feel like I need to make sure I check in, or else, yeah, well, I'm not playing that shit. Pardon my language. So anyways, so speaking of, I'm just saying it's a grieving conversation and a sound bath, so I'm excited about it, and I'm about to head in. So God bless you. Thank you for rocking with me, y'all. Take care, okay? Have a great night. And also, you know, this is more of a live kind of off the top conversation, but I'm going to have more formal conversations about like how to connect with people that are moving in the same direction as you, that have the same values, you know, in your area. So stay tuned for those. And I'm going to be talking about it from the perspective of where I live, which is in the borderland. But a lot of these things and principles you can apply in your town. All right. Peace and blessings. Peace. And then subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed and felt me in this conversation. If you've been in a space like this, let's talk about it in the comments. Peace.